Simple game. 4 players. Exfil opens the pocket. CyberOps lifts the wall.
Bank.
IMF mainframe.
Where exactly?
In Langley.
In Langley? The one in Virginia, Langley.
Inside CIA headquarters at Langley. Is he serious?
Always.
If we're going to Virginia, why don't we drop by Fort Knox? I can fly a helicopter right in through the lobby and set it down inside the wall. And it would be a hell of a lot easier than breaking into the goddamn CIA.
What are we downloading?
Information.
What kind?
Profitable.
He would see faces in movies, on TV, in magazines, and in books.
Of Gucci Mane, dude.
Dude, speaking of Bart Simpson.
Fucking 2 Chainz, dude.
Dude, speaking of Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
Nancy Cartwright, who's done the voice
Right.
of Bart Simpson.
Oh, we do. Is this it?
This is it.
This is it.
She's done the voice of Bart Simpson, Ralph Wiggum, for, since the show's been on the air, Huge Scientologist, dude.
Right.
Huge Scientologist. Which I did not. There's like people in Scientology where you're like, there's no way that somebody this cool. Like, dude, you're.
Like Beck. You like Beck?
Are you fucking kidding me? Beck is a Scientologist?
Yeah.
I don't think he's cool. I think he's very interesting, but it's like, god damn, dude.
He's made some amazing music.
Yeah, he's a polarizing guy. Like, people are like,
Yeah, because he's a Scientologist.
but dude,
No, I'm fucking around. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but like, dude, you're like, dude, the voice of Bart Simpson
Nancy Cartwright. Yeah.
is a Scientologist.
100%.
You're like, did she have involvement in Operation Snow White?
Potentially. We'll never know.
Also, calling it Operation Snow White is
So a couple things that are hilarious about just Scientology in general, just like the numerous operations. Like so many fucking. That was the main point that was so funny to me. It was just like, as I'm reading into this more and more, I'm like, I'm seeing links to other operations. I'm like, there were more operations.
Operation
Like, what the
Freak
fuck?
Out.
Yeah, well, that's so. Like, there were the big ones that were discovered from the court case
Yeah.
that comes from this, but just like the casual Google search, I'm seeing 20 operations. I'm seeing nerds on a fucking boat wearing goddamn uniform, joining Sea Org, signing a billion-year contract, doing a fucking operation. It was bizarre.
Yeah. The whole,
40 plus operations.
that's for this episode.
I did count.
Yeah, for this
did
episode,
count.
I don't even I was constantly like, we shouldn't get into how fucking stupid
We were like,
Scientology
how
is.
gay is this?
Yeah,
Is super,
because it's so fucking
this is
stupid.
so stupid.
I don't
dude.
think I'd like to think our viewers
every
and listeners-
moment was just like, this is awesome though. Like, this is pretty tight. Like, this is tight.
Yeah.
This is literally like the dumbest, most vulnerable people who would join a cult. Like, you know these people.
Yeah.
Wide-eyed.
Yeah. Oh, dude, so to lightly get into the Scientology thing, because again, I don't think we need to get into it. I don't think
I wasn't even. I was just.
But the fact of the matter of like, okay, this book Dianetics comes out and it's this self-help book, and they're like, if you guys are interested,
It's like post-hippie movement, fucking fugazi bullshit.
it's like, you know what it is? It's like post-hippie, but also, you guys want to make some real motherfucking money?
Because if you do, follow us. And by the way, it only costs $1,500 to do it.
Yeah. To be part of this religion, it's going to cost you $1,500, right?
Yeah, it's like good. It's like
Is Catholicism doing this?
they're like,
Are the Muslims doing this, dog?
they're like, soup kitchen ain't sexy, buddy.
How many?
You know what's sexy? John Travolta. They're like coat drive, winter coat drive.
Oh my
That's
God.
bullshit, dude. You know what's
my
what's
God.
fucking hot, dude?
Yeah.
Acting class with John Travolta. No. Here's what I was gonna say. It's just
My God.
like, this is literally what we're gonna talk about. It's called Operation or
Is anybody part of your church from the movie Perfect?
holy shit, perfect. I still haven't seen that movie. I just have a vivid memory of you describing it to me. You're like, and it's just
This journalist.
you're like, I think they're like doing an article on exercising.
On aerobics, dude. Oh my God.
You're like, that must have been a thing in the 80s. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
really know. You're like, also somebody was selling cocaine. You're like, I don't know. You know, I saw the whole thing. I'm still very unclear on what's happened. No, but no, it's just hilarious. Like this story is literally it's Watergate, but it's instead of CIA assets hired by Nixon getting caught in the Watergate hotel, it's fucking
Celebrities, dude.
it's fucking cult members.
Yeah.
Why-eyed cult members being like, I didn't forge this ID.
Yeah.
They were like, I'm not a part of Scientology. The guy's just like, I'm just the janitor. I was just asking who you were. This is a lot. You can be in here.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like, okay, so getting into Operation Snow White. So, obviously, the Church of Scientology, they quote, I'm using air quotes, of this is a fucking religion. There's also...
it is a church, pal.
It is. But it's also very funny.
It's recognized by the U.S. government as a church.
It's also very funny that they had to prove or argue their point. Like, we're a church, guys, darn it. We're a church.
It's just all just like super weird lawyer energy. Like,
yeah,
we are a church though.
Yeah, we're a church, or
And they were
we'll
like-
sue you.
And we're like, we'll get every member of our church to see you.
Yeah.
The IRS was finally just, ugh.
Well, that's kind of the way I viewed it.
That's how this ends. Sorry.
Yeah, as we did some of the research on this, it was funny because I just kept thinking that Scientology or Scientologists in general are just like childish millionaires, which that translates.
Some
to
of
just
them are.
actors.
Some of them are.
Yeah, but the fact that so
Most of
as
them
we
are
get-
just doe-eyed fucking dummies who are from the San Fernando Valley.
Yeah.
So, as the great Larry King said, can you expand on that?
Yeah. All right. So look. All right. So as far as I know, you can stop me whenever you want here, but all right, we're getting into Church of Scientology. They're this organization. They're a church. They're a religion. They've tried to prove their point. They prove their point that they are this, and they become tax exempt. Right. That's kind of a big part of what they are. They have this ability.
Initially, they are tax exempt. In 1967, they lose this status from the IRS.
Yes. Because
Which is a massive fucking deal, because any religion that wants to be taken seriously, especially in the United States, if you're sitting at the lunch table with the Pope, whoever the fuck is at the head of the Lutherans, and the Muslims are like,
is that Karl Marx?
they're like, bro, you're not even tax exempt. Like, it always comes back to the fucking middle school lunch table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so they lose their tax exempt status in 1967, which is a huge deal financially and just reputationally. So that's kind of a setback in their mind. Also, they're just getting a bad reputation in general around the world because, because of the things they do.
Elaborate on that.
Basically, when somebody tries to leave Scientology, they harass them. They accuse their family of trying to deprogram them and kidnap them. And basically, they're saying whoever leaves our religion did not do it by choice. And any government who says any sort of criticism, that's a lie. So they don't take any accountability into any of their shortcomings.
That's what I mean by this is a very childish,
Yes.
like the
So
kid
that's
on the playground.
That's just the two biggest things.
It's the kid on the playground who wants to play a game, and then at any given point he's gonna be like, "Nuh-uh, I changed the rules,
right.
and you can't do that."
It's like, yeah, but this is high this is high finance. This is real life.
Exactly.
You're a multinational corporation. You're a religion. You quit being a little bitch.
Yeah, exactly. But the fact of the matter is the guy.
So that's just where they were.
Right.
And they hated that because here's what happened. They were their largest presence was Australia, United States, England, and also Germany. So when they would try to, I mean, if you're gonna do it,
Germans.
if you're gonna do it anywhere, it's no, but so when they would set up,
This is the same thing, right? Can we all
what the fuck is this?
can we all agree that this is kind of cool? Yes.
Hans, this is cool. I honestly don't think they knew. And here's a great point of that, because when they would set up shop in these new countries, so they're trying to set up shop in the Mediterranean, Germany, other parts in Europe. These other countries would be like Germany, they'd be like, yeah, so, hey, America, there's this new kid in class. His name is Scientology. What is up with him? It was literally, I'm just doing NoHo Hank from Barry. Hey, Barry, what is up?
Oh my God, what a great character! Shout out, dude! I haven't seen the rest of that show yet.
It's so good.
Or I haven't seen the last season yet.
So basically, they're trying to set up shop, and they're also trying to, just travel freely. Because at this point, by 1965 or whatever, L. Ron Hubbard is on a ship. That's just his life.
Big shout out
He's
to the
just-
creator, dude. So L. Ron Hubbard,
LRH,
for those who don't
dude.
know.
And if you can't see this, but we're both pointing up at the sky. And we're doing a black power fist up to our fucking reptile god.
Yeah,
LRH,
dude. Not Xenu. For sure not Xenu.
Yeah.
Xenu, you can go fuck yourself, dude. All right.
Actually,
we
we are kind of on Team Z.
You, Xenu, and Rita Repulsa can go fuck themselves,
I
dude.
still don't know who Rita Repulsa is. You've said this multiple times, dude.
I can't believe you, dude.
I was embarrassed to say it
That's such a good joke.
the other times.
Fuck, dude.
No.
Power Rangers, dog. Goddamn Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah, you have explained this.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
She was the Pink Ranger, right?
Go on with your motherfucking story, talk. Goddamn.
Just confirm it.
No. Are you serious? No.
Is
Rita Repulsa.
is she Lisa? Is she the Yellow Ranger?
She's the bad guy. She's the worst.
Oh, yeah. We went through this last time. My apologies.
Oh my God. All right.
All right, so basically, here's the state of Scientology in 1965. Awesome.
Tight.
They're getting denied.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, last game was wild. I wanted to see all these highlights.
Oh,
Fucking pussy.
put your stick down.
Petrangelo does not give a fuck, dude.
Oh, my God.
He's like,
that was a soft-ass move, dog.
dude, I was the captain of the Blues for 8 fucking years before I came here. Fuck you,
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
pussy.
You know, I kind of like
He's
the
still
Blues.
really fucking good, too, dude. Petrangelo.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
nasty. He's like,
Ooh, that was a sick pass.
he's older than us, too. Anyways, all right, so Scientology is in kind of a... They're not doing great at this time. They're getting denied port of entry from countries. Because he's cruising around the Mediterranean, LRH, in his boat. He's just shipbound at this point.
Just getting tons of money, mind you.
Yeah, he's getting like
All-
weird fucking Sea Org pussy. Boys and girls, dude. He's just like, let's go to Portugal.
Oh, my God.
And finally, Portugal's like, wait, who the fuck is this guy? And they're like,
yeah.
so there's all these cables. You know what cables are?
No.
They're like, so when you have like a diplomatic mission or like an embassy in somebody's country, and you send a message to either an office like in another country,
Christopher Columbus.
and you
type
want it to
stuff
be
there.
secure or whatever, it's called a cable.
Okay.
All right, so that's what it is. So they get like the U.S., the UK, and Germany are getting. They're like, who the fuck are these Scientologists trying to set up in our country? They're trying to enter our ports. Like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah.
And the UK, they have a fucking dossier on the fucking guy from in Scotland Yard.
Tight.
Australia's like, mate,
Call Scotland Yard.
mate, the fuckers are weird. The fuckers are weird, yeah?
Yeah.
And then, of course, the United States is like, I don't know, the FBI has got like a large file on him.
Yeah.
So they just tell the truth.
Okay.
And LRH is mad that like Portugal denies him in his ship entry into port.
Yeah.
All right. And also they're having issues setting up churches in these various countries. So that's kind of where they're at. And that's kind of why they start this program, Operation Snow White. That's the reason for it all.
Yeah.
They get denied entry into countries, and they're having trouble setting up churches in other countries.
They're not getting let into the club, dude.
Yeah.
You know, you got the big four, you got or the big three, you got Catholicism,
Right.
you got Christianity, you got
Right.
Judaism, you got
Judaism.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Judeo-Christian
You got the Islamic world,
Islam.
and you got
Muslims.
you got Scientology, just
Mormons.
like- yeah.
Mormons are in the club, dude. Mormons are in the club.
But they're
Whether you like them or not, they
Yeah.
are in the club.
But the point is,
For the fact alone that they just went to Hawaii and got everybody. They went to the Philippines and like did okay.
yeah,
Like they didn't like get, fucking put on a spike
yeah,
and
yeah.
spit roasted, and not the way you're thinking.
But yeah, I mean, that's what L. Ron Hubbard envisioned. He's just like he
He's
wants
like,
this
I
thing.
want to go to. Why can't I go to Italy and shop?
Yeah, yeah.
I want a fucking Italian. That's how he talks.
God.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Why did anybody listen to this fucking guy?
Also, just real quick for everybody out there, L. Ron Hubbard was a known science fiction writer. So
Yeah, we don't gotta.
I know.
Everybody fucking knows.
Everybody knows.
Everybody's seen the South Park
Dude,
episode.
the Bread Circus audience knows, dude. The Bread
Yeah.
Circus audience
You
knows.
seen The Master? Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, no. I want to see
Fucking
it.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, you've told me. We've talked about it before. We've talked about it before.
So just listen up. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Keep talking.
Yeah, we've talked about it where a guy's just trying to like kind of set up a religion or try to be a fucking pastor type, you know.
I say truth. Uncovered should stay hidden. I belong to no club, and if you're
We're just
willing to
gonna-
allow any discussion, no, this isn't.
Keep talking.
We're just gonna edit this clip
There's
in,
nothing
right?
I can do for you if your mind has been made up. You seem to know the answers to your questions. Why do you ask? I'm sorry, you're unwilling to defend your beliefs in any kind of rational. Oh, if you already know the answers to your questions, then why ask? Pig fuck.
That's all I want.
Dude, fucking shout out to fucking Patrick. What is it? What's his name? Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip
dude.
Seymour Hoffman, man.
God damn, dude. What got him? Was it the H?
He
Heroin?
was a fucking heroin user.
God damn, dude. That's fucking nuts. So,
Listen. I was going to do it. I was
what?
Go for it. I was going to go for it.
Go for it, dude.
That's all right.
But yeah, so yeah, I mean,
Scotty, we got the lights. His voice in that movie is not like his voice in pretty much everything else.
yeah,
He does like a weird thing with it. But
yeah.
Dirk, you look really good.
That was so good. That was so good.
No, it wasn't.
That was good.
It really wasn't.
But yeah, dude. I mean,
Yeah, so no, that's the reasoning for it. They want to expand the religion. They're not getting let into port of entry. The whole ship thing is a big deal to them. So that's the reasoning behind Operation Snow White. What is Operation Snow White? It is a mobilized effort by the Church of Scientology to infiltrate various government agencies, either to remove, redact, or replace documents that either mention them in a bad light or in an improper light. Basically, they claim that everything was made up and bullshit. Most of it was just like, yeah, these guys are fucking weird. I don't know. Like FBI reports of being like, yeah, they opened another one in Arizona. God, these fucking weirdos. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
they also accused the U.S. State Department of like sending cables to Italy and being like, it's a CIA ship. Don't let them in. It's like, well, that's stupid because why would the State Department or anybody in an embassy send a cable to an Italian fucking, whatever their Coast Guard's called, Costa de Guarda, whatever the fuck it's called, and say that's a CIA ship? It's just like, nobody would ever fucking do that, man.
Yeah.
So I did read, there's a website called Stand. There's an organization called Stand. And it's the basically the Scientology's version of the. Do you remember like when the mafia, one of the 5 heads of the mafia family, set up the Italian Defamation League?
Yeah.
Joe Colombo sets up the Italian Defamation League.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is bullshit. We're all being labeled as mafia members while he's the head of the largest mafia crime family in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this organization was that I read their fucking spiel on this. It's called Stand, and it's the Scientology's version of that. So it's their anti-defamation league.
Yeah.
And their version of the story is hilarious. Operation Snow White. It's hilarious. They're like, the government was sending lies to our fucking allies.
Yeah.
And
Well,
and then they just go, and that's the real story. It's like, asshole, that isn't even scratching the surface.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get into it.
Well, dude, this is I mean, I just have little rips at Scientology of just like they had the E-meter. Have you heard of the E-meter before? It sends an electrical current.
Yeah, man. Wait a second. Nobody knows the fucking email. what are you talking about, man?
It goes up your ass and it
It's a fucking-
makes you say all the skeletons that you have in your
It's
closet.
the fucking bullshit thing you buy at the joke store.
Where do I put my feet?
That shocks your hands. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's very, very dumb. It's very, very dumb. But what was the last thing you were just saying?
No. So we're still at the beginning. We're just saying like the reasons for doing this, for the whole reason for infiltrating these government agencies is because they feel they're not being allowed to set up in other countries or to enter their port of entry via ship.
Yeah.
Because the U.S., the UK, and Australia and Germany is spreading false information. And so their whole goal is to, let's just get people in bullshit positions. Let's get them a key card, basically.
Hold on. So, like, part of the reason, and I don't know if you just touched on this, so part of the reason they're not getting into these places, part of the reason that, like, they're like, hold on. Like, wait, what are you guys fucking doing?
Yeah, no, we said that.
Okay.
Yeah, we
because,
did, we did.
one of the main
They're
things.
like, wait, but you're those fucking weirdos
Yeah. Also,
who did the fucking thing.
Yeah. And they're like, where's all this money going again? So, like, that's always, that's a bread and circus staple right there. Follow the fucking money. Follow where the fucking money is going, and you're going to get some answers. But, what was it here? Because, dude, the money that L. Ron Hubbard was the money L. Ron Hubbard's making is like a fucking black preacher in Alabama right now. He's, the guy is wearing Steve Harvey suits at this point.
Get 10% of the receipt.
I know. But that's part of the whole thing. Like, they take away everything here. So then part of what we talked about briefly before, too, is like the Church of Scientology, one of L. Ron Hubbard's main things is...
Name something that's going into my pocket. Your retirement savings survey says...
Well, one of L. Ron Hubbard's main things is like, anybody who talks shit is going to get everything thrown at them. There was nothing they couldn't do. You had to shut them up. Like, that was 101. If you are a church member, you need to go fucking shut these people up. So, okay, the infiltration and the mission at this point is use the Freedom of Information request to remove the information
So
from...
this was step one.
Yeah, so remove...
This is step one. Just because they got to know what to target.
Yes.
If we're just speaking broadly about this.
Right.
Like, they're like... Because you got to think, too, there's no internet.
Yeah, this is people talking, dude. This is word of mouth. This is articles in the paper. This is so-and-so knows a little bit of this. So-and-so knows a little bit of that. Well, which writer is this?
This is also them sending letters to each other. They're not all in the same fucking room discussing all this bullshit. The Scientology leaders.
Yeah.
All right, so it's basically L. Ron Hubbard on a boat going, honey, who the fuck is talking shit?
Yeah.
Why can I not go to Italy and get puss?
He's putting on his Vince McMahon mustache and just demanding the answers to his questions.
He's like, I think if I try and look like Walt Disney, I might be able to get in. No. But like, you got to remember too. It's just like this is 1967, 68. Like they're literally communicating between various offices in Los Angeles. L. Ron Hubbard, who's on a fucking boat, the UK, New York City, and Florida. Yeah. There's all church leaders communicating between each other. Like, how do we solve this problem?
Yeah, because right before that, obviously, and I know you'd mentioned it, because it's 1967. It was the IRS that sent one dude, and he went in and was like Wait a second. This is a Star Trek episode.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. So basically, he did say that. He was
you guys
like,
almost fucking got us. This is a Star Trek episode.
he's like, believe me, I'm Mormon. This is I've seen weird shit. No, yeah. So just let's just reaffirm the shit that's leading up. Thanks for bringing that back up. So 1967, they get their tax exempt status revoked by the IRS.
Yeah.
Because they realize the scam that's going on.
Yeah,
They're like,
that's it.
you guys have a bunch of shell companies just funneling money.
To L. Ron Hubbard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they figured that out in 67.
Yeah.
When there's like, they're just like looking at like a giant ledger that's like 2 feet thick. And they're like,
do you guys know who Son of Sam is? We got shit to do here, okay?
yeah, it's just like an FBI accountant, just like, what the, you bring me here to Clearwater, Florida? Like, what the fuck, dude?
We gotta get back to Quantico. Fuck.
It's like, buddy, there's some shit going on. All right, so that's a big thing. And then what we were talking about before, the port of entry shit. They're having trouble setting up in other countries.
Yeah, okay, but...
And they know they got files on everybody.
That's the thing. That's what I'm getting at, too. So this is, what the mission. The mission is use the Freedom of Information request to remove the information from the government files that Hubbard thought discredited him and the organization. But what actually happened, Operation
That
Snow
was step
White.
one, though. That
Yeah.
was step one.
Step one. Step two, not to crack my voice like a fucking 15-year-old.
Just walk through the steps. We'll go back to them.
Step two is they send an 8-year-old Tom Cruise to Ethan Hunt his way into a bugged conference room.
They're like, listen, pal, he catches the sweat in his palm, gets the knock list, gets out clean. Dude. If you don't think...
Meanwhile, Ving Rhames.
Wait a minute. Did we just figure out that Mission Impossible 1 is a fucking metaphor for Operation Snow White? Dude?
Oh my god, dude. I think you're right.
The knock list is the fucking documents.
What's his name? Ving Rhames? Ving Rhames?
Ving Rhames, man. You know his
Dude,
fucking
I
name,
know.
dude.
Meanwhile, he's in the bus. Just
Meanwhile, Gene Reno wants to fucking drop Ethan Hunt. He's like, I fucking hate this bitch, dude. I'm with the dead guy. I'm with John Voight.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. But that's what that's what the rebuttal of Scientology was. They
were just like, they're lying about us. They're lying about us in official documents. And
Yeah.
we need to correct that.
which is nuts.
Meanwhile, they were just like, who are these fucking people?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Because I think any other fucking religion of the top 3 that are out there, it's just like
everybody in the FBI is either Mormon or fucking Christian.
Yeah.
And they're just like, these guys, fucking right, dude. Dude, one of the funniest things I've ever heard is like, the scariest guys in the CIA were the Mormons who drank and the Catholics who didn't.
That's good.
That's good,
Holy
right?
shit, that's good. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, dude, so they get to this point where it is the big headedness also of where Hubbard wants to take this, because he's like, you can't talk shit about.
Yeah, he's just a crazy man on a boat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't talk shit about fucking Scientology. This is so against everything. This is like, I tried to find something on this, but I didn't look into it deep enough. I think when we were first talking about this topic, I was like, I think John Travolta can kill a guy. Like, I think that's like
Yeah. All right, so
not like legally, but like in his religion, I think they're like, you get one.
I feel like if it was just him and the current leader, David Miscavige, he'd be like, you want to throw somebody off the boat? Just pick a guy like Nero, dude.
Which is crazy that dude. I mean, I'm sure we can get into him later.
Can we do a sidebar? We'll get back into it. I swear we will. This will not derail us.
All right, go for it.
Unless you're rolling here. I'll let you go.
Just go.
All right. I watched David Miscavige's only mainstream news interview with Ted Koppel. You remember Ted Koppel?
Yeah.
Ted Koppel flames him, dude.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
That makes sense.
But the guy, I mean, he hangs in there.
He's like invested.
Like it would have been a decision by the fucking judges if it was a boxing match. Do you know what I mean?
That
like
close?
It wasn't a knockout, but like it would have gone to decision. Yeah. Obviously, Ted Koppel won, but like, do you get what I'm? No, it was
He's
not.
like, have you seen Kirstie Alley in the 80s?
He's like, yeah, he should have just been like,
she sucked my dick after I did
He's like, get this. He's like, there's been widespread abuse of members of your ship. He goes, get this. Let me tell you a little story.
He's like, look who's talking. Now she's got
me
my
and
dick
Tom,
in her mouth.
me and John Travolta are on the bow of the boat, and I say to him, pick a guy.
Look who's talking now. Not you, honey. You got my dick in your mouth, all right?
Nice.
Yeah.
He's like, then she got fat. And just like ends the conversation there.
Oh my god.
We stopped inviting her to the fucking parties.
Oh my god. It was all that beer from Cheers.
Potentially, yes. I'm sorry, man.
No, that was good. That was good. So yeah, I mean, they infiltrate, not quite with 8-year-old Tom Cruise, but
wait. So we, just to go back, we forgot to talk about the office that who does this for Scientology. We got to describe them. The Guardians office.
Okay.
That is essentially their, for lack of a better term, intelligence wing.
Oh yeah,
and it's headed.
What's the title of them?
The Guardians. The Guardians office. It's all high-ranking members. It's led by L. Ron Hubbard's wife, who's still on shore. She hasn't seen him in months, dude.
What's her name? Mary Lou or something like that?
Mary Lou Retton.
Yeah.
She also was in the Olympics. Sorry, Mary Lou Retton. No,
Was she?
Nothing. Mary Lou Retton's a famous gymnast from the 80s. Sorry. Cut that out. Yeah.
Keep it
Mary Sue is her name. Mary Sue Hubbard. Great name for a Southern wife who beats her kids. In this case, she's a fucking weirdo who is in charge of the intelligence wing of Scientology. So it is widely believed that they had already started to do this before officially starting Project Snow White, as far as integrating people into the first time they think they did it was with Scotland Yard, because they wrote Scotland Yard at one point and they used the exact verbiage that was in a Scotland Yard report. They were like, can you please confirm that L. Ron Hubbard is not being investigated for the following things, A, B, and C? And it was like money laundering, intimidate, like a bunch of bullshit. And they're like, hold the fuck on. Like, how the fuck would they know? Yeah, whatever. So anyway, Scotland Yard is like, hold the fuck on. How would they know exactly what we're investigating it for? Like, did they have moles?
So this is the first time.
This is like,
any
so
kind of infiltration.
there's speculation that they had already started this in England before the official project started. But the Guardian's office, basically, they're in charge of this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's suspected that they had 5,000 people across the globe.
So I was just about to say, the bombshell of all of this, overall, is that there's the size of this infiltration that we're talking about, of Operation Snow White, is that there was at least 5,000 people of the Church of Scientology as moles involved with intelligence, working in certain roles in the government, working in certain high-level positions.
No, not high level. It was all low level bullshit. They just wanted access. They just needed to get access. Like they were taking typist jobs just so they could get a key card and get into the fucking facility.
I think there was plenty of that, but I think there had to have been guys.
It was never proven if there was. It was never proven. I'm not saying there wasn't because it was never proven. Also, the 5,000 thing, that's also speculation. That's an estimate. That's an estimate. It was never proven because the only proof that any of this ever happened was what we're going to talk about was them infiltrating the IRS in Washington, D.C. That's how people got popped for this and any of this came out.
Right.
Well, let's just go back and just say what they're fucking doing again, dude. So basically,
trying to erase the fact that
L.
they're
Ron
fucking
Hubbard,
full of shit.
L. Ron Hubbard doesn't like the fact that people are properly documenting what the fuck Scientology is doing in various countries.
Yeah.
They're saying these guys are using intimidation tactics. We think they're laundering money. We think they're doing a bunch of shady shit.
Yeah.
And this is all in official government documents. So the whole goal of this project is to just go in and either remove, erase, or replace these documents with Fugazi documents.
Yeah.
That's the whole goal.
Meanwhile, if we can get into this, I think this is a good time to get into this.
Yeah, get into it.
Is that, where is this? There's a journalist, Paulette Cooper.
So, yeah, this comes out. Yeah, this is great.
This is good time.
This is great because this just goes back to the fact, what I was saying earlier, like, they had so many fucking operations.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Just ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
Like,
But Paulette Cooper was a journalist who had some fucking pull. Had some... oh, fuck, that was nasty. Had some fucking pull. And she was one of the first to write a book on... an actual book with, research.
this was a separate but related operation.
Yeah.
They were trying to get her committed to an insane asylum.
Dude, I mean, the lengths that they went to, that L. Ron Hubbard went to silence this woman, Paulette Cooper, who, like, dude, honestly, like a good journalist. I don't know if you ever seen the movie True Crime with Clint Eastwood. Like, just, those journalists that are, like, on their last limb where they need a fucking story, but they're just sucking down hooch.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
They're in the bar and, like...
Yeah. And like, dude.
A chance meeting with the detective they haven't seen in 20 years. They're like, this is the case. Dude.
Yeah.
This is the case that will save me in my career. And
yeah.
Like, bro, visit your family.
Yeah, dude. And she knows... all the little... I mean, she's got plenty of fucking stories and details and shit like that. And she's just... she puts it in a book. The Scandal... The title of the book, Scandal of Scientology, which I would love to fucking read. Because I'm sure it's just exactly what you think it is. How fucking silly and stupid this alien science fiction religion is.
We should say too. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. But Hubbard basically says anybody, including this woman, Paulette Cooper, which they call this thing Operation Freakout, to just silence her. Get this fucking woman erased. Okay?
And this is one of the clear signs of intimidation tactics that the church uses not only against their former members, their current members, people who criticize them.
They call her a whore. They call her a fucking slut. They call her every fucking name in the Bible that you can think of. They get her fingerprints and they try to frame her for a terrorist attack. Dude, it's outlandish, dude. It's insane. But like at the same time, you gotta give credit. Not credit, but just like
this is so like genuinely impressive. Like
yeah,
the mobilization that they have.
Yeah,
to actually get these fucking dumb, wide-eyed idiots be like, listen.
But see, dude,
you have to do this for us.
That's part of my point on Scientology as a whole thing, because it's like I was gonna like.
You want to be a good actor, right?
Yeah, dude. You know.
You want to be like John Travolta?
Yeah. You see the guys we got here?
Well, listen, you got to blackmail
You
this
see
one.
Tom? You were at the ceremony where John killed that guy, right? We all held hands. It wasn't that crazy. Do you want to get to that level? Do you want to be able to be that guy? You know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was one of their main ones that got exposed of this woman who was a bona fide good journalist, you know, and wrote this book, The Scandal of Scientology. But the lengths that they went to try, you know, she
To
just
discredit.
constantly got harassed, which is what they do overall. That's kind of the point that we were getting at before all this, is that they will harass, because that's where this all stems from, obviously. First of all, they get caught by the IRS, like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And then secondly, people start asking questions about what they're doing, and they're like, oh, this is a fucking shady, weird fucking religion. And they're like, no, we're not.
They're like,
no, we're not. No.
It's not true.
No.
Our leader is not on a boat. He's in Florida.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's like, don't tell anybody I'm on a boat.
Yeah. He's on the planet Jorgon, and you can't get there right now, okay?
What's up, dude? Jorgon, ever heard of it?
All right, seriously, if you're serious about this, I'm going to put this E-meter up your butthole, and
Yeah.
you're going to tell me I think that's really I'm almost certain that Epstein ties into this as like a...
Not even...
Dude.
No.
As like... No. As like a...
Not even close.
Like, we got dirt on you, so you can't...
Oh, the methodology.
The method, yeah.
Well, that's their whole MO, dude. That's what the e-meter things are, dude. They want you to tell your darkest secrets.
Yeah.
They record all that shit.
Yeah.
So they have that on you.
Exactly.
But then, hey, you're doing good, right?
That's 3 unanswered goals.
Yeah, hell yeah. Nice.
Jesus Christ.
But no, man, it's just so basically here's how they actually carry out the program. And as we mentioned, there's many sub-programs based on specific targets. And they all have names related to Snow White. So, like, for example, the one that gets them caught, how we know any of this, is DC, the IRS. IRS had, as we said, revoked their tax-exempt status, but then they were looking into them a little bit more. They're like, hey, what the fuck is going on? So, like, okay, we need to get people in there right now. We need to get all their fucking files on us. And as we said, they already did the Freedom of Information Act, so they just get
The request. Yeah.
Yeah, the FOIA requests. So they literally have dump trucks full of paperwork showing up at their fucking... Because there's so many goddamn files on these people. So they go, okay, here's all the files on us. These are the ones at the IRS. These are the ones that you guys are in charge of. You need to gain access by getting a job there. And you need to go there at night and destroy those records or replace them with bullshit.
Yeah.
That's how they wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And they also, I thought this was kind of funny. It was like called like Operation Cat or something. So to discredit the FBI or whatever, they tried to plant files saying like, there's a cat that's all knowing and all powerful. He's like, they tried to plant this as like official FBI records.
Dude, the way I see it, I was like, all these fucking moles that were in there.
And then
you got like Isaac Hayes and Dougie Fresh fucking being part of the infiltration. And then you got Bart Simpson making fucking prank phone calls.
Oh, man. What's going on here?
Bart Simpson is making phone calls and like, this is pretty tight. You know, this is pretty tight.
Yeah.
You should hear this call, dude, right now.
He's calling into Mo Sislak, dude. You know what I mean?
You know Stanley Kubrick's daughter was all, dude, I was like...
Was she, though? Was she? Was she?
I mean, I hope she wasn't. I hope
Was she, dude?
Dude.
You know, he was like... this is a bit, right? He's like, this is a funny bit, right?
As soon as I saw that, I was like,
she's
no way,
She's
dude.
like, it's a bit.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that for a second. She might have taken classes there.
She read
Because
Dianetics.
listen, plenty of people took fucking. One of the funniest stories I've ever heard about Scientology is Bill Burr talking about taking an acting class, and he's like, "Dude, everybody was just so like enthusiastic. It was like unlike any other acting class I ever took."
Yeah.
And he's like, at the beginning, people would stand up and they'd be like, "I got an audition at so and so," and like everybody would clap and cheer like super loud, and he's like, "Holy shit, like, this is awesome."
Yeah.
And then he's like, and then I found out who it was, dude. And he's like, it was through Scientology. He's like, so I stopped going.
Yeah.
He's like, they called me for weeks and were leaving me voicemails. He's like, finally, they were leaving me a voicemail, and I picked up and I go, "Hey, man, I'm just really not answering. You know, I'm not interested in taking your class anymore."
Yeah.
The guy goes, "Did we lose you?" And he goes, "Yep."
That's great. That's great, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. That's how they did it. They were taking fucking bullshit jobs. In the 70s, you got to think they needed 1 million fucking typists, 1 million fucking clerks to file all this paperwork. There were no fucking computers. Everything was hard copy, filed away. Just think of the bond level, N64 007.
Oh, yeah. I was
know,
like, what are you talking about?
The
Yeah.
library.
Oh, yeah.
Files and files.
Yeah.
That's what it was, dude. That was all these offices that they gained access to. So anyways, the one that gets notoriety and where people actually got arrested was D.C., the IRS office in D.C. They sent 2 specific dudes, Wolf and Meisner. Those were their last names. Mm-hmm. And basically, so they're going into the Department of the Treasury's library at night.
Okay.
All right. And they're going and photocopying shit. And the janitor, he's like, "Hey, man, what the fuck are you guys doing?" And they show him their IRS badges. He's like, "All right." Okay. Like, you still can't be here at night, though, without a permission from the librarian. So if you come in here again, you better have some fucking written notification like it's okay for you guys to be here.
Yeah.
So a couple days go by, and the janitor goes like, "That was fucking weird." So he tells his superior about it. They tell the FBI.
Yeah.
The FBI calls his janitor, and they're like, "Who the fuck were they?" And he's like, I don't know, dude. He's just like, "I'm a fucking janitor." He's like, "If they come back, if they come back,
long.
if they come back, call us."
Mop, while I sing this song. You know what that is? Gonna wax the floor, gonna make it shine. Gonna wax that floor with turpentine. Dude, Adam Sandler, that's like one of his first albums. It's hilarious. We can cut that. That was stupid.
No, that stays, dude.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Meisner and Wolf, they're the 2 Scientologists. They come back to that library weeks later. That same janitor catches them again, photocopying and like pulling out documents. He's like, "Hey guys, like, I remember you. Like, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
And they hand him a forged note. They're like, "This is from the librarian. They said it was okay for us to be here." And he's like, Cool.
It's one of those Ron Swanson permits.
Yeah, he was like, cool. He was like, "Yeah, you guys are good." And then he just like backs out slowly, goes right to a payphone and calls the FBI. So the FBI show up.
Yeah.
Because they're like, "Are they there?" They immediately know who's calling. They're like, "Hello, Johnson. Are they there?"
Yeah.
The guy's name was Johnson, by the way.
Obviously, it's Johnson, dude.
And FBI agents show up and catch these people in the act, and they're like, "Who the fuck?" Like they're doing the smile, or like look at my face right now.
Hey, motherfuckers!
No, they're like, "Hey," where they're like, you think I'm looking at you, but I'm really looking through
I'm
your
looking
face
through you,
at your
yeah,
forehead,
yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah.
who are you guys? And they're like the one guy gives a fake name and shows a fake IRS badge that he had forged. And the other guy gives his real IRS badge. And they're like, oh, you guys work for the IRS. What do you guys do there? They're like, we're typists. And they're like, what are you doing here?
Oh my God, dude.
So they interview him
Yeah.
and they let him go. So like, okay, you work for the IRS. Technically, you do have access. None of this is technically illegal. You have a forged note from the librarian. So weeks later, one of them flees. The other one goes back to Los Angeles. The other guy fled to Europe. One guy goes back to Los Angeles. But they've identified him now. The FBI has identified him. They're like,
Tight.
yeah, these motherfuckers are Scientologists. Like, we fucking knew it. We fucking knew it.
Also, have you ever seen that building, that Church of Scientology,
In
where it
Los
just
Angeles,
says
the blue building.
Yeah, it just says church, dude. Like just low level. It's so dumb. It looks like a fucking.
There's literally.
It looks like a fucking hospital. It looks like a hospital from a low budget.
I think it was a hospital at one point.
Yeah, it looks like
Because that's what they do. They just buy random buildings. They have tons of real estate, dude. It's crazy.
Of course, dude.
I mean, they got nothing on the Catholic.
They got
Church,
that McDonald's money. They got that McDonald's money,
pussies,
dude.
dude. You want to talk real estate holdings, dude? Fucking Catholic Church shits on you.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, anyways, one guy flees to England. The other guy goes to Los Angeles and goes to Scientology headquarters.
Yeah.
So the FBI then just goes, yeah, we know who these motherfuckers are.
Yeah.
Even though the guy gave us a forged badge, we know who he is.
Yeah.
So they send word. They're like, hey, turn in your boy. And the guy goes, I want to turn myself in. But the church goes, no, you're not doing that. And they surround him with guards and hold him there in Los Angeles. He escapes.
What?
He escapes and thinks twice about it and goes back.
Oh my God.
2 weeks later, he escapes again. Goes to a payphone and calls the FBI. Rats on everybody.
Look, man. I'm going to tell you this right now. We've been friends a long time. I don't know if there's anything worse in my life than a fucking rat. I don't know if, like...
I got one, but go on.
I just mean...
You're going to agree with me, too.
I already know what you're going to say.
You're going to agree with me.
Yeah, and I am going to agree with you. But also,
Say it.
if you're my friend...
Say it. Say it. Come on.
He's a pedo guy.
Go
But
on,
if
dude.
you're my friend and I confide and trust in you.
These people aren't friends, though.
I
They're
know.
dead-eyed psychos.
I know. You see, they got eyes darker than a shark's. Dark as the night. Right? What is he saying, Jaws?
He's got eyes like a doll's eyes.
Yeah, that's good. Keep that up. The aftermath of this. All right. So the aftermath of this. Meisner and Wolf were given cover stories by the Guardian's office. On the last day of June, Gerald Wolf was arrested. Wolf was charged with, quote, the use and the possession of forged official passes of the United States. The day after Wolf's arrest, Mary Sue Hubbard wrote a letter to Wagland ordering him to keep her abreast of the situation. Hubbard also conversed with Mo Budlong and Richard Wagland about Wolf's arrest cover story, and subsequent to plan and to destroy evidence linking Wolf to Meisner to Scientology. At the end of July, a judge decided that the case against Wolf warranted an investigation by a grand jury. On May 13, Gerald Wolf entered a guilty plea. Later in the month, Meisner escaped his captors, only to be convinced to rejoin the GO the following day. On July 8th, the FBI raided the Church of Scientology, locations in Los Angeles, Hollywood, and Washington, D.C. The Los Angeles raid involved 156 FBI agents, the most that had ever been used in a single raid. It lasted 21 hours and filled a 16-ton truck with documents.
Good. So
that's insane.
All right, so basically, they raid the after they get these guys and arrest them, they raid the Scientology offices and just take all of their paperwork. They take everything they had, and that's how they find out about these bizarre operations. Like we were talking about that journalist, Operation Freakout. That's how they find out about all this other stuff. So.
Yeah. In August of 1978, 11 high-ranking members of Scientology were indicted on 28 charges. One of the indicted was Mary Sue Hubbard, the wife of L. Ron Hubbard. The other 10 were a bunch of these fucking other assholes. Over the course of the investigation, the Church of Scientology attempted to have a judge removed and subpoenaed almost 150 agents in what appeared to be a large stalling scheme. 7 of the 11 members of the Guardian's office pleaded guilty to just a single count of conspiracy to obstruct justice. 1 more pleaded guilty to a similar charge, and the 9th pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor.
And that's how they went down, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
So, but what was really interesting was I will give Scientology this. They always have amazing lawyers.
This is what I wanted to get into, dude.
All right, hold on.
You bring up a great point just with that phrase.
Let me just say it.
Yeah, say your piece.
They always have amazing lawyers through time immemorial.
Yeah.
As Tony Soprano would say, dude. They always have amazing lawyers, dude. Taxes, death, Scientology has good lawyers.
Yeah.
So the FBI gets fucking 2 tons worth of paperwork out of their building, and they go, hey, bitch, like, if we're going to properly defend these charges, we need our paperwork back. And the judge was like, I mean, you're not fucking wrong, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's a good point. And then basically they held on to the paperwork for like 4 months, and they were like, the fuck is Operation Freakout, dude? Like, let's look into this shit. Right. Who the fuck is Paulette Cooper? So that's like how they found out most of this shit. That's how most of this shit came out.
Yeah.
Super embarrassing for Scientology, which was going, like, anything they were trying to do, they were trying to get a better reputation by these people infiltrating these offices and these organizations. But just by the fact that these people got arrested and they found all this fucking bullshit, damaged their reputation so much fucking worse.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. That's all
No.
Back to the lawyers, though.
No, but so look, the defense that I have, okay.
Sorry, man.
The defense that I have of Scientology and all of this. So, dude, even the fact that Hubbard's wife what a down-ass bitch, dog. What a down-ass bitch. I mean, she's a Looney Tune. But my point is, okay.
Yeah.
You know this, like, it's kind of... I mean, it is gangster, the fact that they just... L. Ron Hubbard created this fucking... he has to know. He had to have known. You know, he's like, I wonder how far I can take this.
It's impressive what they did.
Okay, right. But it's like the ultimate scam of working the government over. You know, the fact that they even had tax exempt status.
They got it back.
And they got it back,
dude.
Okay, so then that's massive, number one. Now, you get a bunch of fucking actors to be like, hey. You get a bunch of actors to be like, hey, dude, you want to fucking join on this scam? And you know what? You can't. The worst that's going to happen to you is people are going to make fun of you. The worst that's going to happen.
But not even really, because, like, after a while.
All right, because you know what? Everybody went to go see fucking Maverick, whatever the fuck that movie was.
The movie fucking ruled, by the way, dude.
See?
Don't even dare talk shit about that movie, dude.
But my point is to defend Scientology as, okay, dude, you're as anti-government as the Bread Circus podcast is here. It's like, not bad.
Tip of the cap, dude.
Not bad.
Tip of the cap.
You guys have actors who are at the top of their game, but they go and do these Oprah interviews and fucking.
So what we're doing right now is we're just giving props.
We're giving props.
We're giving props, right?
Because that fucking the interview with Tom Cruise and I forget who it is. It might have been Matt Lauer, but he's like it's a religion.
He's like, man,
because it's spiritual. Okay.
No, he's literally shaking his head. He's like, Matt, you just don't get it.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? That's an actor.
You know what, Matt?
That's an actor.
Matt didn't get it. If Matt maybe have joined Scientology, he wouldn't be in the trouble he's in now, dude. He'd still be on the Today Show. That's all I'm fucking saying, dude. You remember Danny Masterson? Yeah, he's gonna be back on Netflix next week, dude. You watch after raping 14 women.
That's 70s,
allegedly.
That's 70s hoe, dog. That's 70s hoe.
I forgot she was also a Scientologist.
Half of that cast.
Just the two of them.
I think it was Laura Prepon
and Masterson.
So
Hayden.
Plus, he was also.
What's her name in the show? God damn it.
Donna.
Hayden Donna.
And I think Topher Grace was part of it. Allegedly,
dude,
I think
Topher Grace took a class. I mean, come on,
yeah, dude, he's tight.
I love her, dude. Just the best cameo.
Jesus, you didn't have to go all Frankie Muniz on me.
The best cameo in any movie ever is Topher Grace in Ocean's 12.
Yes.
Who cares?
Perfect.
Who cares what you think of the movie?
Yeah.
Get past it.
Yes.
And just watch the first 20 minutes of the movie, dude.
Agree.
Where literally Brad Pitt just knocks on the door and you're like, oh, what is this? You just see a trashed hotel room. And it's just him with the beard. He's just like, I love her, man.
It's so good.
He just goes, I quit the show. I totally phoned in that Dennis Quaid movie. It's just the best cameo in any movie
It
ever.
is so unexpected. He nails it.
Because
he looks ridiculous.
And then you're thinking like, well, wait a minute, why the fuck is he doing that? And then you remember that literally 2-minute scene from the first scene in Ocean's 11 where, not the first scene, but that scene in Ocean's 11 where Brad Pitt, before he gets together with George Clooney, he's teaching celebrities how to play cards.
Oh, yeah?
And Topher Grace is one of the people at the table.
Is he really?
Yes. And that's the whole, like, that's the connection.
Shit,
and you're just like,
so good.
oh, shit, nice.
Dude, I wonder, see, now if you tie it into this conversation of Scientology, he's so close.
I took a class, man.
He's so close to those people. You know, obviously, Laura Prepon and Masterson. Topher Grace is hilarious. He's a funny comedic actor.
He's a great actor.
And
he hasn't done shit since that show.
You just wonder, like, was it because he just talked shit? You know, I wonder
I think, dude, they made so much fucking money on that show.
They did. You're right. The extent of this is don't talk shit about Scientology.
But we're still gonna post this.
But we're still gonna post this.
Bro, we gave him props. This was honestly kind of impressive,
Yo,
dude.
Scientology, dude.
LRH, dude.
Dude, big ups, bro. We're pointing up at you, and we're not pointing up to Zygon or
Xenu. Bro, I'm
Xenu.
actually kind of with Xenu, dude. Xenu's kind of my fucking shit.
Elron, you didn't hear that from us? We are firmly with Scientology.
For real, though.
We got 6
I am an
copies of
agent of
Dianetics.
Xenu. That's what this is all about, dude. We have 0 copies. I've burned those copies.
I read them 7 times.
I've thrown those copies in
7
the pool
is a sacred
and then
number.
peed in the pool, dude.
7 is a sacred Scientologist
And we'll just end it on this.
number.
Your questions and why you ask pig fuck.